Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Joshing Around Milwaukee. As always, I am Josh Albrecht, and with me is...
Hey, it's Josh Albrecht.
That's right. And we have an awesome guest today, Justin Arnett, the VP of Digital Gaming for Potawatomi Sportsbook, Casino, Hotel, everything else.
2 Joshes are better than 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 2 Joshes having some fun. 'Cause 2 Joshes are better than 1.
Justin, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me. Love to be here.
Yeah, it's exciting to get to talk to you about the sports book. I thought you were just going to keep listing all the things.
I could have just kept going.
Bingo, food, coffee shop, the Kiss restaurant named Rockin'
Brews.
Yeah. Live music.
Poker's back.
Poker's back. Like just the list goes on and on.
Lots
And that's before we even get to the giant hotel tower where there's awesome rooms to stay in.
Yeah.
So like
How they got me
literally
here.
That's right. You just get there and you stay there. You can spend a weekend or a month and all you do is just party.
True. Plenty to do. But the biggest thing we want to talk about is the sports book, because this is the new shiny toy, right? And obviously, you know, with sports gambling in general and just and all the possibilities and obviously in Wisconsin too. I mean, we love our sports teams, but also in Milwaukee, we love sports, right? We love talking about sports. We love going and grabbing a drink and talking sports, arguing about sports. And now Potawatomi has a sports book, and I'm super excited about it. And I want you to tell us just a little bit about why people should be so excited.
Well, because it's fun, you know.
That's
really,
a good
ultimately
start.
At the end of the day, that's what it's all about, right? We're an entertainment destination. We try to be, and so you come and have a good time. You know, just even a $5 bet on a game just makes it like exponentially more exciting to watch, right? If you have a little bit of action on it, you know, whether you bet on a team to win or you bet the total score of the game or a prop of your favorite player, whatever you want to do, like it really kind of ups the excitement level. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. So
yeah, and I mean, you don't have to be an expert gamer or expert sports bettor to get out there and have fun, right? Like you said, start with $5. You don't need to know what a parlay is. Just get out there and do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? And if you're intimidated, we have very friendly ticket writers. So just go in, walk up to the counter, and they'll help you out. We're real easy going.
What about advice? Do they offer advice? Like if I'm like, okay, look, I didn't look at the rankings
research
for this week on the top 25. Are we thinking that they're going to cover the spread? Like, will they answer those questions?
They may answer. I don't know.
Okay.
If, I'm not here to give professional financial advice, and I'm not sure my team is either.
That was a test.
We're on that side of the counter for a reason, maybe, perhaps.
Yeah.
But no, if they're more than welcome to give you advice if you want to have it, and they'll definitely give you advice on how to shape a bet. If you tell them, this is kind of what I'm thinking, I think this team's going to blow this team out, or I love this player, they can point you in the right direction, what particular bets to bet. So
cool.
Yeah. I mean, the venue is amazing. I had a chance to get out there a couple times and see the sports book, and it's just, I mean, the giant screens, the great seating, it's very lounge like. It's just a great comfortable space, and it's pretty big. I mean, it could hold quite a few people, right? Can people have parties there? Like, what's that like? You make a reservation for a table. How's the experience?
Yeah, absolutely. So like on game days and whatnot, we have more demand than we have seats, you know, as you might expect, and it's really comfortable. So we typically will do like a food and beverage minimum based on how popular the games are and stuff, depending on where you're at. And so that just goes to your food and beverage purchase, right? So we also have a mezzanine level that we're still ironing out the details, where you can do a buyout space. It's a little more of a premier space. I mean, the view from up there is incredible. Overlooks the sports book and the full screen. And you know, we're looking at doing like a per person, you know, like it comes with food, it comes with you know, drinks, you have service up there, comfortable seating. So we're still finalizing the details on those packages, kind of tinkering with that. So, you know, kind of stay tuned and on our website and stuff, and you'll get the details.
So that could be something for like, when it becomes available, something for like a bachelor or bachelorette party, maybe even a corporate party,
absolutely,
you know, entertaining clients, or maybe a holiday party in the future, something like that.
That's exactly what we've gotten into.
Joshing around
party.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Joshing around party. Exactly.
Getting
all the joshing around party.
See, I knew it. I knew Justin understood.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm a J too, so
That's
we can
right.
figure it out and
Yeah.
This is
alliterate a
happening.
little more, and
Yeah.
we'll get it down. Yeah.
Wheels are turning. I got it.
I'm already picturing the wings. This is going. But speaking of wings, and a sports book like this, and the experience is about the food and beverage as well. Any signature fun items that people can look forward to and make sure they're getting
Yeah.
when they're out there?
There's a lot of stuff that they really hit it. I will say the sports
Yeah.
There you go.
metaphor, they
Yeah.
hit it out of the park with that. I mean, the food is great, and I'm not. People who know me know I'm pretty direct. I'm not the guy who's just a homer for that. But the food is excellent. We have the chicken, the fried chicken is the broiler, the henny penny machine.
Oh,
That
nice.
broiled,
Yeah.
man, that stuff. It's extremely juicy. It's very good. Fried chicken, I recommend. The burgers are good. Wings are good. Everything's good. We have these donuts, incredible. We went through probably 30 iterations. It was an internal. It was like a.
That was tough. That was a tough task.
It was.
Figuring out
Yeah.
Which one was
Yeah.
the best?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
I applied for that job, by the way. I didn't get it, but
the
I
first
should've.
few rounds were kind of tough,
Yeah.
but by the end, it got, it got a lot easier.
Oh, that's amazing. So it's a great spot probably for Sunday NFL games.
Absolutely.
But I mean, really, there's games all the time.
There's
right?
always sports.
Yeah. Is there? Can you do European football, soccer matches?
Oh,
Can you,
absolutely.
Like all
Great
across the
question.
country
What's the
or world?
weirdest sport I can bet on?
Ooh, weirdest, man.
Yeah.
We take a lot of stuff. The weirdest,
Badminton.
actually, it's not even a sport. Oh, competitive eating. You could Nathan's
Oh.
hot dogs contest. Over under how many hot dogs
Love it.
they're gonna take. That's probably the weirdest, I would
Yeah.
guess. We actually get a fair amount of table tennis action. You can bet ping pong.
That's
we got
so
that.
cool.
We have all sorts of stuff. We've got a pretty big betting menu. Just about every soccer league you could think of. Even the second division in some of these European countries.
Yeah.
We have a giant menu of betting options. So there's always something going on somewhere in the world. So we try and make it good for whatever you're looking for. We want to have it.
Yeah.
If I don't have it, I'm going to try and get it for you.
How much of those events from around the world are maybe live on the TVs at the time? Like, what's that experience like?
Yeah, so we do the best we can with that. Of course, like the Austrian second league, I don't have a feed for that for soccer, but
I mean, come on.
yeah, I'm slacking. One of these days,
You just got a guy with a GoPro.
I need a guy. Yeah, I need an Austrian guy.
Get someone on the books. Your
Yeah.
job is to go.
I need a guy with a
FaceTime
really
me.
big,
Yeah.
what do you call those raincoat things?
Yeah.
With Wi-Fi. No, so we do the best we can with it. We get most of the EPL games, right? That's a very popular league, so we get a lot of that. Most of the big, like of course, Champions League and Europa and the big things. Even some FIBA games. Even some of the smaller tennis leagues, not the smallest, but we do the best we can with it. There's only so many feet available out there.
Yeah.
But of course, what's always going to come first are the big American sports. Baseball, football, basketball, even hockey. We're going to always have all of those games up.
Yeah, I mean, and with the Milwaukee Brewers home being just
Oh, yeah.
just down the block, really from the casino, you've seen it as a great like pregame stop. Do you see people coming in game day, enjoying the full experience, going to the sports book, and then
Pre and post.
Pre and post.
Pre-
Free
and
to
post.
bet on it. Go watch the game. Come back to collect.
Absolutely, and we see them. We see a lift. People are depending on how the Brewers did, which this year has been pretty good most of the time.
Cannot
More often
complain.
than not,
Yep.
they come back with a smile on their face, having a good time. It's a fun atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's great.
I mean, it seems like a natural thing, especially for definitely for out of town visitors, right? Get your hotel room there, go to the sports book, enjoy it, get the quick ride over to the stadium, come right back. Seems like a great way to
Kind of seems
spend
like
the weekend.
if you weren't going to go to Vegas, right? Like you could come, like you're in Milwaukee, right? But you can experience kind of that sports book feel in Milwaukee,
Yeah.
which if you're visiting Milwaukee, you're definitely not thinking that that's going to be something that you can do.
Yeah.
But Potawatomi's made it so you can.
And we're on par with just about everything out there. I mean, what we built is more comfortable than most everywhere. There's some bigger spots, but from a comfort level and a quality of food level and like how good the view is, we're up there with anybody out there. So it's we wanted to bring the best here, and we're excited for it.
Oh, it's definitely, I mean, it's definitely there. Like I said, when I saw it, I was like, holy cow, this is a literal game changer. See what I did?
I did.
And it's just a cool atmosphere. And I mean, the food's great too. So maybe you got a few friends who maybe aren't interested in the game that you want to watch, but they can come have a beer, hang out, right? Maybe place a bet on Highlight.
And that's what right. Yeah. And that's what kind of separates a sports book from a sports bar. Your typical sports bar, maybe some of the really good ones, you can see 5 or 6 games best, maybe 3 screens, realistically. And a sports book, we're making a lot of effort to get as many games in your visual side as possible. So if you've got a parlay of 16 different teams that you're trying to sweat out, like, I want you to be able to see 16 games. So yeah.
I'm super excited for March Madness. I love March Madness, and I can only imagine how this is going to be.
I think it'll be madness.
I think it's going to be beyond madness
for a month.
So the other cool thing about what you guys have going on is you can get all kinds of pay-per-view events, UFC, boxing championship fights. What's that atmosphere been like so far?
You just can't beat it when you get a lot of fans in there with that action of the fights, and it's like standing room only, and people are living and dying on the punches. It's just, it gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
The energy is off the charts, and that's what makes the sportsbook so great. It's that social energy when everyone's cheering. You meet a new friend, like, oh, you got him too. You can tell who's on the same bed as you, and you're high fiving. It's a lot.
What about the opposite though?
Oh yeah.
What about if it's like
that happens too?
What do you mean you took the over? No, I got the under.
Yeah. So that provides me entertainment.
Yeah,
in the room watching it, right?
Yeah.
If you're a people watcher, it's great. Yeah. I've never seen it devolve into fights. I don't think. Maybe a long time ago in a rougher joint, I was in Vegas or something, but it's all in good fun. People get it.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. I mean, there's always some special events. Obviously, we mentioned the Brewers earlier. We're going to get some great playoff baseball that people can come out and enjoy. Obviously, football season. I'm sure every Packers game.
It's
just chaos, right? Like coming cheering on the home state team. College football, Wisconsin game day.
Yeah, unfortunately, regulations, we can't. I mean, it's busy. People come and watch it. We can't take bets on on in-state teams.
Yeah.
They make an exception for the Bucks, Packers, and Brewers, but we can't take bets on Marquette Collegiate or
right. Only in-state.
Correct.
So I could do Ohio State all day long.
Absolutely.
To lose by
as long as they're not playing Wisconsin, right?
Right.
Yeah, and actually, that's the right answer.
Thank you.
I like that. Okay. Yeah. And then NBA will be coming around the corner. Bucks basketball, NBA basketball all day. A lot of fun stuff there.
Oh yeah, and right now, obviously the Brewers. I don't know when this is going to go out, but they clinched the division yesterday.
Yeah.
That beat us up a little bit, because a lot of people bet to win the division, and so a lot of happy Milwaukeean fans out there right now. But it's all in good fun, and and then
no offense, I'm glad you lost that.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm okay.
They could have won today.
I'm okay.
Yeah, but they took them to win the division. It didn't matter when. They were gonna. They were gonna lose.
I'm okay with it. Yeah. You win some, you lose some. From my perspective, from both sides, right? We lose, yesterday was not a good day. Our accountants aren't necessarily as happy with me, maybe, but that's okay. I'll even out. That's right. I'm not worried about it.
So all those game day things, but another cool, unique feature in the sports book is the broadcast studio.
Oh
we do some live recordings out there. Some shows are coming out and doing game day feeds and weekly shows. What's that been like for the atmosphere and those partnerships?
Everyone seems to love it. We tried to get top of the line equipment in there, and it's really cool because the room overlooks the sports book. So you got there's 2 different glass panes, so that's soundproof, but you could open that up, and but it's been great. There's a few different ESPN radio shows that are playing there. So with some local personalities, John Kuhn, Jen Latta, Ben Brust, Greg Matzik. Like, we got a lot of shows going on there.
Yeah.
There's a pregame Packers show that's being there. The game 973 The Game's got a show. They've really taken to it. They love broadcasting out of there, and we love to host them. And it's cool energy to just have that around. So
we if you didn't know, Bobby Portis is our hype man from the Bucks. We got to get a Bobby Portis show out there.
I would love it.
Yeah, but I think Giannis and Thanasis even came out once for a special.
Yeah,
event.
That wasn't in our studio. That was in our event center. But
because there's no way it could have been
podcast.
4 guys.
Yeah, I don't care how big the sports book is. There wasn't enough.
Came out. That was a great event. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was really cool.
So I mean,
we're open to all that stuff. Yeah,
a lot of great touch points. But the booth is, you can have celebrities too. I'm sure Gene Simmons has gonna come out and
He already did. He
talk
did
about
our.
burgers?
So we have started a little podcast series. Our CEO, Dom's got a great personality and a lot of fun, and he's been interviewing some of the people that are there. And the very first one was Gene Simmons, and that was a lot of fun. And Edward Shame almost was there, and he.
Oh yeah, that was during
Yeah.
the concert series.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
great.
We're hosting we're going to be hosting a UFC event, or not a UFC, an MMA event. Anthony Pettis, who's from the Milwaukee area,
Yeah.
former world champion in the UFC, he's got a fight promotion. So coming up in mid late November, we're gonna host it at our casino, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think he might get on, do a podcast with Dom. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know if that's happening.
The content here that you guys are pushing out, where is that found? If people want to go and find this, is that all through just?
I know it's on our socials. I
Okay.
don't know if there's a link to it on our website or not. I'm
Catch it
bad. I should
podcast
know that.
available
What's that?
probably.
Yeah.
Catch it anywhere on any podcast streaming
Yeah, I'm
service,
gonna assume probably, but
I'm
yeah.
assuming so. Yeah, and
Okay.
I know it's on our social feeds. I saw it on LinkedIn, and I think it's on our Facebook. I don't know. Yeah,
You're not
All
a
the
podcast
places
guru.
is-
You
sorry,
don't
I'm a
if you're not
gaming
podcast.
guy.
Yeah, you're like, start asking me about betting. What are you doing?
Our marketing,
Right.
our marketing.
So anyway,
team,
more
guy.
podcast questions for you then. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
Tell me about sound engineering.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah, can you actually tell me the model
Yeah.
numbers of those equipment you said were installed? Okay, so let's talk about the digital gaming. So let's nerd out on that a little bit.
Sure.
So when this was being built, first I want to know how much say you had in like the actual specific equipment, and why someone who has been to Vegas and who's really into sports gambling, what they're going to appreciate about the sports book.
Well, so when you say equipment, you mean are you talking about this for sports betting
Yes.
specifically? So
Yeah.
like our platform?
Yes.
So mostly the platform was chosen before I got on board.
Okay.
But I helped see kind of the contract through and finalize it. So I'm completely on board. We have a great platform. We have one of the best bet builders out there on the platform that we're on. We have, on a typical MLB game, we might have like 350 betting options, right? So we have a huge menu, larger than most that are out there. So from that standpoint, I had a lot to do with, and a lot to do with setting, the operational procedures and limits, and deciding maybe what markets we would have, right? I was pushing for a huge menu. I was I pushed on the state to try and, and they were on board to they I don't want to make it sound like I convinced them. They were on board with having a big
Sure.
A menu, and they've been great to work with. So but I was like, Cammy, give me everything you got. Our partner, give me everything you got, because we want to offer it, as long as there's not an issue with it, not being able to trust the integrity of the game or something, then I'm all for it, as long as it's reliable and safe, and let's do it, everything.
People
So-
like options.
Yeah,
You know?
of course. So what's the experience like for someone who maybe never did it before, who might be familiar with maybe doing something on their phone or going up to a screen? What's that full interaction like? So if I've never been before,
Sure.
how do I remove any sort of, being a little timid about going into the
Sure.
sports book for the first time?
So for the first time, if you've never done sports betting before, you're not very sure. I mean, there's a little bit of a language. It can be a little intimidating at first, but once you learn it and do it maybe 2 times, like it's like, oh, how was this confusing? It's very easy once you get to do it. But if I were you, I would just go into the ticket writers and talk to them, and then ask them, and they'll help you out. They're very friendly. If you don't want to do that, we have a couple. If you want to like take your own time and figure it out yourself, right now we have 73 self-service kiosks that you can on property that are open that you can just bet. I'm actually getting I'm looking to get some more on the floor soon. So if you want to just take some time and fiddle around yourself, you can do that. We also have actually a URL where you can go to, and you can see it's basically a mini copy of that kiosk on your phone.
Very
Right.
cool.
And so you can build the bet. You can build the bet on your phone, and it'll pop up a QR code, and then you can scan that
Oh,
QR
nice.
code.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And so you just stand at the ticket writer, and they'll
Yeah.
scan it so you can save time.
Yeah.
I mean, we recommend everyone, it would be a good idea to do that on, for instance, Sunday mornings, late Sunday morning before the NFL starts at noon. I mean, the place is packed. We have lines, even with 73 windows and 10 ticket writers all
You need
going
more.
at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of demand in the city of Milwaukee. So,
Sounds like you need to build a second.
yeah, maybe.
Sports
maybe.
too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or you could just do the build a belt.
Or Josh, just do the QR code that works.
Do the QR code.
Or
Yeah.
the other thing in the future that I'm actually working on, like the next step is we want to get a mobile app. So I'm in the process of trying to get a mobile app built. The regulations as they currently stand, you can only access that. It's not like maybe in some other states where you can go anywhere in the state.
Yeah.
It would only be on our tribal land, right?
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
on the casino
Geofenced in,
footprint. I've geofenced it in, right? If those regulations were to ever change, we'd be ready and go.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that would certainly be convenient because then you could, easily you could be doing your betting and following along while at Rock and Brews, or
exactly
if
right.
you're hanging out with somebody who's at the slot machines, you can be
Mhm.
sitting there with them and
Yep.
do your thing while they're.
Or if you're sitting watching the game and you have a feeling, you think, and you want to bet in play while the games are going on, that's another way you can bet, while the game's going
Right.
on. You don't have to go up and get into a kiosk or, lose that perfect spot.
Wait
You
in
can
line
sit
for the
there.
guy that didn't do the
Right.
QR code.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Absolutely right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You said it, not me.
Yeah,
but you're right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Very cool.
So what's been the most surprising thing though so far? You're seeing people use it. Sometimes people create their own paths, if you will. Like you
Sure.
think people are going to use it this way, and then it turns out they're using it, in a completely different way.
Sure. I mean, I was always pretty optimistic, and I had a feeling it was going to do very well. I knew the community wanted it, and wanted a legitimate experience like that, to watch a great game day experience. So I'm not so surprised there. I am surprised at how well our F&B team knocked it out of the park. The food, I can't express how actually great of a job they did with the food and the beverage. I mean, we've got, I don't know how many. Ron's gonna kill me. Probably 42 beers on tap, something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that all?
All you need
beer,
is the
yeah.
highlight.
Yeah.
I know.
42. Come on.
Yeah. So anyway, we got, great, great food. I mean, the food is very good. The sliders are just killer. The little cheese sticks. So this wonton wrapper. I love these things.
Yeah.
So that, and then I guess, so there's a lot of people that are coming really, which this is what surprised me. They're not there for our amazing huge screen. The screen's bigger than my apartment. It's a big, it's over, it's
right.
like almost 2,200 square feet almost. And I don't have a huge apartment.
Wait, how big is the apartment?
Exactly.
See him doing the math.
It's like, wait a second.
I mean, that would be a pretty good size.
Carry the one.
That would be a good
Yeah,
size apartment. But anyway, no, it's how many people are coming in just for the food, right? Just for the dining experience.
Yeah.
But
I can see it completely. The time I got to try the food, and I was like, I can see people just wanting to come out here and just eat, which kind
Pretty
of
good.
takes up a space.
it's pretty good for bar food.
Do both.
It's
Do
good.
both.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
very good quality for bar food.
Yeah.
So I don't want to oversell, but it's good. And so the other thing is, I'm not too surprised by this, but we've had, especially last month right before the football season, we had a lot of fantasy team drafts.
Sure.
Drafts
Yep.
coming in from
Having the drafts. Yeah.
in a good atmosphere, and a lot of that, and just people hanging out all day long. It's kind of, I kind of expected that. So I'm a long time Vegas guy. So nothing surprises me as far as what happens in a sports book. But
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of
Well,
stuff.
just wait.
That's right.
Now I feel like that's a mission. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna find something.
Yeah,
Something
you're,
Justin goes,
you've already
okay,
yeah,
that was surprising.
already
Yeah.
texting the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say that, and then I'm always like, I thought
Yeah.
I'd seen it all. And
Yeah.
I wish I had.
figure something out.
Yeah.
Open 24 hours a day.
Oh yeah, the space is open 24 hours a day. I don't have ticket writers there 24 hours a day. The bar isn't open 24 hours a day,
Sure.
but we don't close the space and we leave the TVs on. So and so there, and we go through the effort. If there's say there's a soccer event, like at 6 a.m. in France or something, we'll try and tune the TVs to have it come on. So we want to welcome everybody, even if we're not in there. And look, if we find that there's a demand and people want to there, then we'll start opening up the hours and hiring more people. We'll do whatever it takes. It's really important for us to make sure it's a comfortable, fun place that people want to go. We want to get it right. So if we're not getting it right, we'll make a change till we get it right.
That's fantastic. Great new addition to the Milwaukee landscape. Obviously, Potawatomi Casino and Hotel is a great destination for people from all through the Midwest and country to come and see Milwaukee in a way that maybe they weren't thinking about, the obvious things are their first beer and brats and cheese and Lake Michigan, but Potawatomi's helping to put us on the map too with all the different things, the different innovative things you guys are bringing to the community. It's really been a joy to see, and I know there's more planned, always something new in the future.
We're not done.
Yeah, so you can, like I said earlier, you can make it a full weekend just at the property itself, but great launching off point to go to some of your guys' great partners like the Brewers and the Bucks and other community destinations.
And I'll say one thing. I feel like some of these people in Chicago are already starting to figure it out. Like they come up. We already knew they come up for Cubs games, right? And
Sure.
I see it in my liabilities. They're coming in and they're betting at Potawatomi, and then and betting. I was surprised that if you're the hometown bookie, you're kind of the Grinch, the stole Christmas sometimes, right? You do better when the home team doesn't sometimes.
Sure.
But they flip the liability. So I'm like, wow, I can actually cheer for the Brewers in my
Right.
my personal life and my professional life.
Yes,
Kinda
Cub
nice.
fans, come lose your money.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly right.
Yes.
Especially this year, it was very good. When it
Yes.
came up.
Yeah. And the final thing that I always love to plug: free parking.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody loves free parking.
I'm not sure that structure's ever filled up.
Yeah.
So,
but people love free parking for sure, and so easy to get to, right in Menominee Valley, so close to the Brewers Park and Harley Museum, right close to downtown. Easy
Prime
convenience.
location.
Yeah.
Prime location, not too far from the airport either. So hope people come and enjoy the new space, and looking forward to see additional expansions in the future.
Yeah, we're looking forward to hosting you. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Justin.
It's been great.
All right.